JotForm is 2 decades old. We have 30 million users. We are hosting 50 million forms for people. So we are now this large company, and we have this support team of 200 employees. And we also have like a large support load. Like we receive over 2,000 tickets every day. So we decided to use our own product. And when we actually started using our own product, the resolution rate with AI was around 30%. The vision is having every organization, every small business have their own AI agents, so that when you want to talk to that business in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., you can talk to that business. You can get information, buy stuff, and set up appointments, whatever you need to do. Like all the tools that you could make available to your AI agent could be done by the AI agent.
Our sponsor for this episode is Extreme Networks, the company radically improving customer experiences with AI-powered automation for networking. Extreme is driving the convergence of AI, networking, and security to transform the way businesses connect and protect their networks to deliver faster performance, stronger security, and a seamless user experience. Visit extremenetworks.com to learn more. That's Extreme Networks, all run together, .com to learn more.
So I started JotForm 2 decades ago. And the reason I started JotForm was before JotForm, I was working for a media company, and we had like over 100 websites. And I was a developer, and I was constantly like creating these online forms for our editors. And I was like, creating all these different kinds of forms, like contact forms, surveys, questionnaires, payment forms. And then I decided that when I start my company, forms could be the stuff I could do, because I couldn't find a product that could actually take away from me. I had to do it manually. And then I started JotForm. I created this easy to use form builder 2 decades ago, and we have been a bootstrap company since then. Still, we are bootstrap, no outside investors, and we have been steadily growing over the last 2 decades. And how we got into AI, I can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Couple of years ago, one of the things we do at JotForm is we have these technical hack weeks. During these hack weeks, our product teams, they try to come up with different ideas, different product ideas, prototypes, or different technologies. And some of our teams, 2 years ago, some of our teams actually built this idea that you can actually fill out forms by voice, right? And just because you can use AI to understand and ask questions and then get the answers. And just even during this hack week, they were able to actually implement prototypes. So we saw that this was possible. So we started working on this product. But what happened was, while we were building this product, filling out forms with AI agents, that we discovered that most of our beta users were actually using it for different purpose. They were actually using it for customer service. They were mostly they were putting it on their website as chatbots, because they discovered that in addition to form answering features, we also added these knowledge base features, like RAG, and just uploading all this knowledge, or giving your website URL so that it can learn from it. And they discovered that it's just it can really give good answers, provide customer service, answer their questions. And one of our beta users, they were doing this huge event, like a festival, and they were getting all kinds of questions, and all those questions, the answers for those questions were actually available on the website. But people were actually asking to chatbot, because people don't read, and they're busy. They don't want to read stuff. They just want to get answers quickly. And our agent was able to answer questions what's the price of this concert? Where can I park my car? where can I put my tent? Things like that, like just all kinds of wild questions. And it was answering them really well. And because this was a festival, in a short amount of time, they were receiving huge number of questions. And like in a normal settings, like even though this is like a large festival, like they don't have a lot of employees. So if you think about it, like it can scale, the AI can scale. Like you don't have to wait on the line for a long time. So they were able to get answers. So once we actually looked at what's happening, we pivoted our product and we started calling it a customer service product.
Hmm.
And we are calling it JotForm AI Agents. We released it 2 months ago, and people are using and really getting their questions answered. And actually, the biggest user in our platform is JotForm. Like, so JotForm is like now 2 decades old. We have 30 million users. Like we are hosting like 50 million forms for people. So we are now this large company, and we have this support team of 200
Mhm.
employees. And so we also have like a large support load. Like we receive over 2,000 tickets every day, like support tickets every day. So we decided to use our own product, and when we actually started using our own product, the resolution rate with AI was around 30%. So we are actually comparing the answers of our human team with the AI team, and we started with 30%. Like we could, and basically we actually got like 20 of our support employees started actually reviewing all these AI answers, and then they started kind of like flagging them resolved or not resolved. So we decide if it's resolved by comparing to how a support employee would answer that question. And because of that, we are pretty sure that we are really measuring it correctly. And then in the early days, like essentially we launched this like 2 months ago as well, like during the launch of JotForm AI agents. And during this 2 months, we started with 30%, and now we actually reached 70% resolution rate.
Hmm.
And the AI agent can actually answer those questions. And the way we were able to do that was basically like we had to rewrite our RAG embedding system, our the database, because we saw that it wasn't handling it right. Like we moved to a product called Gina for our RAG embedding, and we basically our product teams actually pick different topics. Like someone is trying to change their email address, someone is trying to create a form by asking to AI, all different kind of questions. So basically they implemented these solutions, and then we connected them with API to the AI agents. And basically what makes this powerful is AI agent. What makes AI agents and like regular chat LLMs, chatbots, is what makes them different is AI agents can actually do things as well. They don't just
Yeah.
answer questions. They can do things. And in JotForm AI agents, for example, there are lots of tools that the AI agents can use. Like they can actually do appointments. They can connect to your Google Calendar, Calendly, to be able to take appointments by voice or on a chatbot. So they can make calls to an API to be able to answer questions. In the case of like changing an email address, so they are actually, making an API call to authenticate the user to be able to make sure that this is the real user that the AI agent is talking to, and also like taking their new email address. Maybe if there's a verification email sent to the old email address, then they have to enter some numbers as well. But this is all done conversationally, and the AI
Yeah.
agent can actually use these tools. So because of all these tools, we were able to go from 30% to 70%. I would say half of the improvements came from improving our RAG system, improving our knowledge base. Like we had to write tons of new user guides, because basically our AI agent is using our knowledge, our user guide. And we discovered that our user guide was missing like so much. And then once we added all these missing pieces, the AI agent was able to answer much better. But half of that came from that knowledge, but half of them actually came from like implementing all those tools. AI agent uses to be able to like resolve the problems of the user. And so that's really good. Like get into 70%. It wasn't easy, but it was possible. So we envision that we are going to be able to go to 80% as well. Like we can see that we will be, but after 80%, it's just going to get so much harder and harder. But it's
Yeah.
okay because it's always like, so one of the things that the AI agents can do is they can actually transfer the chat to an human agent.
Yeah.
And if we can handle 80%, and if we have to transfer 20%, we are fine with that. That's still better. And another thing we discovered was like, so we implemented this system separate from our support ticket system. And our support ticket system was, we were getting like over 2,000 tickets every day. And that actually went down to like, 25% to 1,500 a day. And it's even going further down now. But it didn't it didn't completely replace that. So people, what we discovered was some people, because we are also showing our average response time on our support system that says like, our average response time was 1.5 hours when we started this. But because now the AI agents are helping, our actual average response time went down to 30 minutes now, like just much faster. But even though it's 30 minutes, like many people, they don't want to wait 30 minutes for an answer. They either want to get like an instant answer, or they don't want to just bother with support at all.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like we are actually supporting more people now. On average, like we are supporting every day. In the past, we were responding to like 2,000 queries, 2,000 support tickets. But now we are having like 3,500 the support threads.
Mhm.
And about 2,000 is actually coming from the AI, and then 1,500 is on our human support. So we are actually providing more support to people. But we are able to provide a better support thanks to the AI agents.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun to be able to use our own product. I have to
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go back to the original AI application was in using voice to fill out forms.
Yeah, that's
Wh-
actually how we started this project 2 years ago. We thought that, hey, forms are boring. Maybe you want to be able to fill out a form on the phone, or over voice on a website, or maybe you just want to talk to a chatbot as opposed to like just filling out this boring form. And that's how we started. And then when we released that, only like 10% of the beta users were actually using it for that, and 90% of our beta users were actually using it for completely different purpose. Like we never thought that that would be the main use case for this product. Yeah.
And but how does that work? I mean, does the AI ask like, "What's your first name? What's your last name?"
Exactly.
Does it track the form and ask questions, or are you looking at the form as the user and telling it, uh, first name Craig, last name Smith, and it finds the box? I mean, how much instruction do you need to give the AI?
Here, this is the landing page, and I can create an agent here, and I will create this voice agent. Um, and then I want to create, let's say, I want to create an appointment form, appointment agent for a personal trainer. Personal trainer. And it's gonna create the agent in the backend. Basically, it's doing some research to be able to create a good one, so that you don't have to like play with it a lot to be able to have something useful. So now we can see that I have this Alex appointment scheduler. So this is the AI agent builder this is kind of a place where I can actually play with settings like, the voices.
JotForm AI agents are powerful tools that handle
JotForm AI agents.
Yep.
Okay, good. So I can pick a voice here.
JotForm AI agents are powerful tools that handle
JotForm AI agents are powerful tools that handle tasks like answering questions.
I can play with it, but so I can actually train my knowledge base, add information here, and it actually also probably created a form for me as well. So here we can actually see the form here, and I can take a look at the form. I'll have to share this tab. So it actually created this form because I said personal trainer appointment form, appointment agent. It created this form on JotForm's form builder. This is JotForm's form builder we are on now. And it created this form, and I can take a look at, and I could change things on this, but I feel like this is pretty good.
Yep.
So I will keep this form. So now I'm going back to the agent builder, and just I'm ready to test it actually.
Yep.
We could just test it here, or I could just open it by itself here. Okay, let's try it.
Hello, I am Alex, your AI agent for scheduling personal training sessions. How may I assist you today?
Hi, Alex. I would like to set up an appointment.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm here with you and ready to help get everything set up smoothly. To proceed with scheduling your appointment, may I have your full name, please?
Aytekin Tank.
Thanks for sharing your name, Aytekin. We're making good progress here, just a bit more to go. To continue, could you please share your email address by spelling it out letter by letter to ensure accuracy?
Aytekin @JotForm.com.
Got it. Thanks for sharing your email so quickly, Aytekin. We're almost there, just a little more to finalize your appointment. To make sure I have it right, could you please spell out your email address letter by letter? For example, is it a EETEKIN@J0TF0RM.com?
It's AYTEKIN @JotForm.com.
Thanks for confirming that so clearly, Aytekin. We're getting everything lined up nicely for you. To ensure I have it right, could you please spell out your email address for me, letter by letter?
AYTEKIN@JotForm.com.
JotForm.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Got it, Aytekin. Thanks for sharing that detail so clearly. Everything's shaping up well for your appointment. To proceed, could you please share your phone number?
It's 415-555-5555.
Thanks for sharing your phone number so smoothly, Aytekin. We're getting everything lined up nicely for you. To confirm, is your phone number 415-555555?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks for confirming that for us, Aytekin. We're almost ready to move forward with your appointment. To proceed, could you please let me know a convenient date and time for your appointment?
Tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Got it. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. sounds like a great time. We're getting everything set up just right for you. To confirm, the appointment is set for April 23rd at 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time. Do you confirm this
Correct.
appointment? Your options are, yes, I confirm.
Yes, I confirm. And so on. I think it might got stuck. Yeah, sometimes. it gets stuck. But let me also show you something else.
Did it fill in the form, then?
Take a look. Let's take a look. Yes, it did. Let's take a look at the conversation here. So we can see here, it actually got my name correctly, which was actually hard. Like we had to kind of train my name on it, like just because it's not an American name. But it got my name, my email address, phone number, and the appointment correctly. And let's see, and the conversation is actually here.
Right.
Yeah. And so one of the things that, like, I was talking about the tools. So basically what I could do is, like, if I'm a personal trainer and if I'm using like Google Calendar to keep track of my my appointments, I could actually connect to this, and I'm ready to use this product right away. And just I could use one of the options, like I could get a phone number, buy a phone number, like it's just $10 a month. I could, if I have a website, I could put a chatbot on my website. I could use text, just get a texting number or like a WhatsApp, connect to my WhatsApp account, and be able to take appointments.
Is this what models are you building this on?
Yeah, I mean, so that's the great thing about building products on top of AI, because like usually, like and I've been building a product for like 2 decades, and there's this thing called software entropy, and it's just like software actually gets worse over time. Like just stuff stops working. Like you get stuff broken, like just out of blue for some reason. Like it shouldn't happen, right? But with AI, it's actually like the ground below you is actually getting better. So like we have been working on this for 2 years now, and in addition to all the like stuff we have done, like one of the biggest improvements actually came from the LLMs, the chatbots we are using. So right now we just switched from like 4.0 to 4.0 to 4.1, and even that made a big difference. Even our support agent had like a couple of point improvements just by moving to a new agent. And so we are basically using two different APIs. One of them is OpenAI 4.1, and the other one is Gemini 2.0. And we are also moving to 2.5 on Gemini as well. Like we are just testing that out, and we see that that's also going to improve things. So we also give people options to use, like which model to use, but we actually prefer to use multiple models because this actually gives us an ability. Like we have dashboards, like we can actually compare the performance of different models to each other, so that like we will usually run like 50% of the conversations. Like we have about 10,000 users right now, but our biggest user is ourselves, like JotForm's own support. And so we are actually comparing the performance of different models. That's why we always run like 2 of them together. And if we see, and sometimes it's just our prompts, like we have to write different prompts for different models. Like we cannot just write prompts for ChatGPT, like OpenAI 4.1, and then use that for Gemini. Like Gemini, we have to change things. Sometimes like we have to improve our prompts. Like sometimes the fault is not with the LLM; it's actually our fault. But because we are always like comparing them to each other, like we can discover that one model is actually performing much better. And then if we see something like that, we'll actually move most of the conversations, like 90% of conversations, to some model. But right now, the performance of Gemini and the OpenAI ChatGPT is very similar. They are very good compared to the older versions. So we are keeping it 50%.
Yeah. Another question. Excuse me, the knowledge base that you're attached to. Can you set up your knowledge base on the platform, or is that something you need to contract JotForm to do in a bespoke way? I mean, if I wanted to build a chatbot for my podcast and load all my podcast episodes into it, is that something I could do on JotForm, or would I have to contact you guys and have you build a RAG system?
It's all SaaS service. You just go there, you add your own knowledge base. You can upload your files. You can link to your website. You can link to your YouTube channel to be able to get the transcripts and use that as a knowledge base from your podcast. So basically, it's just it's all SaaS service. It's all free. In up to 100 conversations per month, it's all free. And then if you get over 100 conversations per month, it's still very affordable prices. But it's also SaaS service, so you can build your knowledge base. And one of the things we did was we actually made it so that you can actually talk to your own AI agent to be able to train it. So if you think about it, let's say you hired a support employee. Would you just dump all the documents on the support employee and say, okay, learn this and go talk to the customers? Or would you actually talk to that person, like train that person, talk about your culture, how you talk to customers, like what's important for you, things like that. You would probably talk to this person, right? The same way, you can actually teach your agent. So we have a section called Teach Your Agent. You can have conversations with your agents. You can train your agent. In the training section, I was talking about the knowledge base. You can upload files here. You can enter knowledge. You can link to your website, upload files.
On uploading to the knowledge base, is there a limit as to how much you can upload? How many pages or?
There's actually there's a limit. It's available in our pricing. I don't remember the exact limits, but we give a lot of space for our users. And what happens is that if you add like small amount of knowledge base, you actually don't need to use the RAG, right? So I believe it's about I can't remember the exact number, so I don't want to give the wrong number, but it's until some point, like your knowledge is actually basically given with the prompt. But if you actually load lots of data, lots of knowledge to your knowledge base, then what's going to happen is that we are going to automatically actually switch your data to the RAG, the vector database, to be able to query the questions correctly, because the context window for the LLMs, like the AI is limited. So we don't want to give everything about, like with JotForm support, we have hundreds and hundreds of user guides, and you don't want to look up everything when you're asking a question about like some specific question. So and that's all happening. You just enter your data, and then we take care of all those things for you.
Yeah, great.
And this is the Teach Your Agent section. Basically, good evening. It's wonderful to connect with you. Imagine if you're sharing a cozy cup of tea as we chat. Feel free to tell me what's going on your mind. So I could teach my agent. Can you change your name to John? So its name is Alex. Okay, so basically, it says that it can change its name. And right now it's Alex. So updated name is John. Yes, proceed. My name has been changed to John. So as we can see, it's actually here. We can see that the name of the agent is now different. If you go here, it's now John. And so I can, train it as well. Like, I don't work on Tuesdays because it's taking appointment. I don't work on Tuesdays.
Right.
Let's say if it will be able to take care of that scheduling purposes. Hopefully, it's not going to do that. Obviously, I will have to test it to see if it really did that change. But we could also check our knowledge base to see if added this to our knowledge base somewhere. Q&A maybe. I don't see it here, but maybe I will just test it here. Let's see.
Welcome back, Aytekin Tank. I am John, your AI agent. How may I assist you with scheduling your personal training session today?
Do you work on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays can definitely be a great day to focus on your training.
It looks like it didn't get that. So, it's sometimes just some of the things may not be. But one of the things I could do is I could just go to a tool. Let's see, appointments are here. It's actually using form, probably why it's not doing that. I'm not using the appointment tool. And if I was using the appointment tool, I could actually, edit the time here. And say, not work on Tuesdays. I could handle it this way.
Right. Say on the training, can this is a problem I've had. I've played around with building chatbots, and depending on the model on the back end, there's a lot of extra empty language that the chatbot adds. How are you today? Is there something I can help you with? And I don't want all of that. I just want. Will the training? How responsive is the training? If you tell it, don't ask a follow-up question. Don't, just get to the point. Is the training responsive in that way?
So I think that's more of what we call the persona, AI persona.
I see.
So basically, we actually have like a specific section for that. Like on the chat, it's actually set to minimal, like just talk very short. On the voice, actually, I'm on the voice. It's actually set to minimal. So I can actually make it longer if I want to, but it's already there. But I can also, like, these guidelines kind of like prompts that I can just say things like, keep your answers short.
Right. And this is all going into the system prompt or something?
Yeah, these are actually going to the prompt. So it's actually adding these guidelines to the prompt when it's answering the questions.
Yeah. Oh, that's fascinating. I mean, one thing I want to ask, how are you dealing with the competition? Because this sort of thing is happening all over the place. Everyone's building agents, or a lot of SaaS platforms out there. Frankly, not many as straightforward as yours, but to build agents. How do you see the market developing?
I think it's a good thing that there are many products. This actually helps everybody, because even though we don't really follow competition very closely, what usually happens is, like, some people will try all the products and they will come and tell us, hey, you are slow. They will tell us, yeah, your answers are bad, or something like that. Like, just they will start asking for features because they saw in other products. So as a result, everyone improves. So I think it's a good thing that there are a lot of competition. But I think the biggest difference between JotForm and the main competitors, like, there are products like Agent Force by
Yeah.
Salesforce. There is like Sierra from Brett Taylor, right? There's just all these big names, but the great thing is like they're all focused on enterprise, and we are more focused, like as a company, as a product. We have always like we have 30 million users, and most of them are actually using the free product. And we also have an enterprise product, and we also have like big name companies using our product. But our main user base is actually like all those like small businesses, small
Yeah.
healthcare, small nonprofits, small education. And we prefer, like, instead of like building a product for enterprise, we prefer to build this like SaaS service, easy to use product for everyone. And I think that's the main difference between JotForm's product. It's easy to use, it's available to everyone, it's free, easy to start, compared to those big
Yeah.
shots, big names. Like, just we are more grounded, and I feel like that's a better approach, because like we get more chance to be able to improve our product, to make it
Yeah.
great, because like we are talking to like so many customers. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's our approach. But it's only been like 2 months since we released the product, so time will tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's wonderful. It's fascinating. And to your point about small and medium-sized businesses, I talk a lot to the big consulting firms. Their minimum bill is $1 million or something. But there are so many companies out there that want to implement something on their website or internally, and they can't afford these consulting firms to come in and tell them how to do it. But this is self-service. This is something that
Yeah,
people can do on
and
their
they
own.
need this product the most, because they're like, if you're a small business, if you are this education administrator, if you are a nonprofit, healthcare, like you're just so busy, you don't have
Yeah,
time to like constantly answer the phones,
yeah,
constantly. And that's why actually they are really big form users as well. That's like why we know these segments really well, because they have been using JotForm's forms for 2 decades. And we understand these industries, like the small businesses, and they actually need AI the most, because the AI can actually work 24/7. It's very cheap. It can, it doesn't have to be perfect.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be perfect. If it can just answer the questions of your, like, let's say you're a restaurant, someone calls out of business hours, if you can just answer their questions, like, where are you, what time are you going to be open, things like that, it's okay. Like, it's not a deal breaker if AI hallucinates once in a while. And just it can do so much for these small businesses. And I feel like the people are also ready for AI. So like, people are used to using ChatGPT, and it's like it's now a consumer product. Even my kids are in elementary school. Like, my 2 boys are in elementary school, and when they are doing their homework, they are actually talking to ChatGPT on the voice mode,
yeah,
on the on the phone. And it's just very easy for them to like research things, ask
yeah,
about things. Even they can really use the AI. And now people are used to talking to AI.
yeah,
uh, but with LLMs, they can only get general information, right?
yeah,
What if like every business, every organization in the world had their own like ChatGPT,
yeah,
that instead of going to chatgpt.com, you could go to their website and talk to them
yeah,
by using their AI, with their knowledge base in the backend, with their information, with all the forms they have. If you need to buy something, you can just talk to the AI and buy it. If you want to learn about something, you can learn it. And if every business actually had this, like, it will be also great for the consumer. It would make things so much easier for everyone.
yeah, yeah. And I think everyone should have a personal website. I mean, why not? And everybody could have their own chatbot or agent on the website where, instead of hunting for their phone number or email, you could talk to their agent. And if you wanted to, set up an appointment or something, they could.
24/7.
Yeah.
It's instant. You get the answers.
Yeah.
You can call. You go to their website, get instant answers. It's great.
Yeah.
You can
So,
use tools. Yeah.
so you see, and once you are beyond 100 calls or a certain amount of data in the knowledge base, you start charging. And is that a flat subscription fee? Is it a usage meter, or how do you charge?
It's actually like the same with JotForm. We have all these like bronze, silver, gold plans. It's like monthly subscription fee, and like starts at like $39 a month, or you can buy a year, get 50% discount as well. But basically, it's just you can increase your limits by upgrading to a higher plan. So it's not like credit; it's just subscription plans, monthly
Yeah.
subscription plans, and if you want to use it for 2 months and then stop using, you're free to do that as well. I just and most people actually start with the free plan, see how it works, and once they get like so many people using their forms or their AI agents, then they upgrade to the paid plans.
Yeah. Yeah. This is wonderful, and you're growing quickly, or how is the demand, the uptake? I mean, is the fact that the market's crowded making it difficult, or is the market so large that there's plenty of room for growth for everybody?
So in 2 months, we were able to grow to like 10,000 users, and so it's actually growing in a steady pace. It's not a huge like explosion. It's growing, and most of the users actually came from existing JotForm users, people who already have forms, and I'm actually okay with not growing too fast,
Yep.
because we are actually improving the product every day. Like just we are, and because we are using our own product with our own support, that every day we are improving the product. So I actually prefer to go in a steady growth path as
Yeah.
opposed to like sudden explosion of millions of users, and because the quality is improving every day, and I feel like I actually liken AI to dragon. Like if you think about like Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
like it's like a dragon of Khaleesi, and it has like so much power, but it
Yeah.
can also burn you.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful about like just it takes a while to train a product, improve a product. So I'm actually okay with taking the time, like just improve it every day. And as the LLMs are also improving, like the quality of the product is also improving. So I'm actually very happy with how things are going so far.
Yeah. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you would like listeners to know?
Nothing. I feel like that's the vision. The vision is having every organization, every small business, every business in the world have their own AI agents, so that when you want to talk to that business in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., you
Mhm.
can talk to that business. You can get information, buy stuff, and set up appointments, whatever you need to do. Like all the tools that you could make available to your AI agent could be done by the AI agent. So I feel like that's a great vision, and it's going to be a great feature for everyone. And that's the promise of AI, and I really believe it.
Our sponsor for this episode is Extreme Networks, the company radically improving customer experiences with AI-powered automation for networking. Extreme is driving the convergence of AI, networking, and security to transform the way businesses connect and protect their networks to deliver faster performance, stronger security, and a seamless user experience. Visit extremenetworks.com to learn more. That's Extreme Networks, all run together.com to learn more.